grow and learn. In the garden we all take turns. We walk in the sunlight.
Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you all are doing well. Today's story is Benny and the Great Chicken Fiasco. In the quirky town of Cubble Hollow, everyone knew Benny Bumble. Benny was a farmer, but he wasn't exactly a good farmer. In fact, he was famous for being the kind of farmer who once watered his plants with orange juice because he thought it would make his vegetables more vibrant. Despite his endless blunders, Benny had a good heart, a bright smile, and a talent for making every day a bit more interesting. Benny's biggest ambition was to win the town's best farm competition. Unfortunately, he had yet to win anything, mostly because he was competing against Mr. Hobbins, the grumpy but skillful farmer down the road who had perfect rows of vegetables and spotless white chickens that could have starred in the chicken shampoo commercial. Penny had chickens too, but his were special. Here start the chicken condom. Banny's chickens were a lively bunch, but they were also terribly clumsy, much like their owner. If there was mud, they would dive right into it. If there was paint left out, they would somehow end up coated in bright colors. And if there was something they shouldn't be eating, they would find a way to gobble it up. His favorite chicken, Luti, was known to get her hat stuck in just about anything with a hole in it, including flower pots, rubber boots, and once even the car exhaust pipe. Don't ask what else. One sunny morning, Benny had an idea. This year, he declared to his chickens, who were scratching around his boots, "We are going to surprise everyone at the best farm contest. I am going to teach you some tricks." Of course, Benny had never trained an animal in his life, but that didn't stop him from believing he could teach his flock a thing or two. He decided to start with the Great Chicken March, a fancy little parade he imagined in his head, with all his chickens walking in a line, flapping in sync. The training day started. Benny spent the entire afternoon trying to line up his chickens. First, he called them to attention. "All right, troops, we are going to march like soldiers. Left, right, left, right." The chickens stared at him, clearly unimpressed. Benny took a deep breath and demonstrated a march, hoping they would imitate him. But as he stormed around in a line, only Lucy attempted to follow. Unfortunately, she got her foot tangled in a piece of twine and promptly rolled head over heels, ending up in the water through. Banny got little more confident. "Close enough," Banny said, trying to be optimistic. "Good effort, Luty." Next, he tried a new tactic, corn on a stick. He dangled it in front of the chickens, hoping they would follow him in a neat line. Instead, his chickens charged at him, tripping over each other and pecking at his boots until he let go of the corn, at which point they bounced on it like they had not eaten in days. Benny watched the mess, scratching his head. Well, maybe they don't need to be perfectly trained, just colorful. The makeover mishap. Danny rushed to his shed and came back with cans of non toxin washable paint. If Mr. Hobbins can have shiny white chickens, then why chicken can be rainbow color? He reasoned, holding up a brush with a grin. After a long, chaotic hour of painting, Danny's chickens looked like a walking pride parade. Luti was a shade of bright pink, while other chickens spotted splashes of blue, green, and yellow. Danny was so pleased with the colorful chaos that he was certain they would be the highlight of the contest. The day of the contest, the big day finally arrived, and Danny packed his rainbow flock into his little trunk. As he drove through town, people stopped and stared, laughing, cheering as the chickens clucked and squawked from the back of the trunk. Danny took this as a good sign. When he arrived at the contest grounds, Mr. Hobbins rolled his eyes, looking at Benny's vibrant chickens with clear disdain. His own chickens stood in perfect rows, feathers gleaming like they just had been groomed by professionals. Danny's chickens, in contrast, were bouncing around the pen, smacking their colors and trying to peck at the paint on each other. But Danny was undeterred. Ladies and gentlemen, he announced, feast your eyes on the rainbow flock, trained to march and perform just for you. The crowd gathered around, giggling as they saw the colorful chickens. Benny grabbed his corn stick and held it high, ready to lead his flock in the great chicken march. Come on, Rainbow Frog, let's show them what we have got. Just instead of marching, the chickens launched themselves at the corn stick with gusto, colliding with each other in flurry of feathers and colors. They managed to knock Benny's off balance, and he landed right in the middle of the pen. And his chickens, thinking he was a part of the act, started pecking playfully at his suspenders. The crowd roared with laughter as Benny tried to stand up only to get tangled in his own chicken march. And then, in the middle of the chaos, Lucy got her head stuck in Benny's back pocket. He staggered around his colorful chickens, chasing him in circles, and the sight was so funny that even Mr. Hobbins started to laugh. The aftermath. The judges watched the spectacle with amusement, and when Danny finally managed to wrangle his chickens back into their pen, they awarded him the most creative farmer's prize. Mr. Hobbins, for the first time, congratulated him. Danny, he said with a grin, I have never seen anything quite like that. You sure know how to make people laugh. Danny beamed. Well, I may not have the most well behaved chickens, but they sure know how to have a good time. From that day on, the townsfolk of Cubel Hollow looked forward to Benny's entry at every farm contest, eagerly awaiting his next crazy idea. And though he never won Best Farm, he became a local legend known for his lovable, glancy, rainbow colored chickens and the man he could turn a simple farm show into an unforgettable comedy act. The Rainbow Colors Chicken story ended here. But if you want to listen more stories like this, please like, subscribe, and follow the channel. Thank you.